Oh, here we go again, yeah. Oh, here we go again. Let's do it one more time, yeah. Oh, here we go again.
I met Jake when he was 16 years old. He was a punk. So I went to take his mother out on a date, and she said, come in and I want to introduce you to Jake. My first impression is this young man is an extrovert. Woo! And Jake had other plans, and I stood between him and the door. As he would take steps, Leslie would say, Jake, tell Chase about this other thing. Oh, God. He could finally leave, and he goes to the door, and Leslie said, Jake, give Chase a kiss. He was holding on the door with one hand, and then he said, suck it, suck it. And he ran out the door.
Those of you who do know me, you may know me as friends or family or Lauren's sister who is quote unquote perpetually 7. Since childhood, Lauren has had more friends than I can count on fingers and toes. Not just friendships that come and go, but friendships that are everlasting.
Lauren and I became friends back in 6th grade. It was Spirit Week, and the next day was Twin Day, and I didn't have a twin. I had seen Lauren in a couple of my classes, and I liked her vibe, and I was like, I want to be friends with that girl. I looked her up in the phone book that night and called her and asked if we could be twins. And she told me she already had a twin, but we could be triplets.
We finally figured out why Jake stands out in the crowd. It's because of the big brown eyes.
I've known 3 different Jakes in my life. The first Jake that I like to describe is BS Jake. BS Jake is before sobriety Jake.
I met you.
Stop.
Okay, this is a bad start for me. What year did I meet you?
We met in 2009.
Where at?
On Facebook first, and then somewhere down the road at the Little People of America conference, which happened each summer because you had too many drinks.
I had too many drinks. So the first time you met me, I was a mess.
I've actually known Jake 14 years. A quick story about BS Jake. After Christmas, everybody throws their Christmas trees onto the street. Dump trucks will come by and they'll pick them up after the new year. There's a bunch of Christmas trees in front. We look at each other and we're like, want to go? Glass beverage in my hand. We decided to joust. You know, I'm 6'2" and Jake's not 6'2". He had a little strategic advantage. With full Christmas trees in our hand, I'm at this end, we're running. He takes me and he hits me right in the shin. I immediately go down, glass shatters everywhere. Hand is now bleeding. Wake up the next morning and we're like, probably gotta go to the hospital. They stitch me up. I don't know, 45 minutes later, I come out in the lobby and looking for Jake. He ain't there. Text him, call him, nothing. I see my Jeep parked in front of a Euro shop. And there's Jake, just eating a Euro, stuff in his face. He's like, how'd it go, man? 7 stitches.
2020, we were all hanging out at home and finally decided to give this pretty girl a shot, see if she would take me serious. So,
and I didn't.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you do now.
Probably not.
You had friends and people liked you. You were popular, it looked like.
And we were singing, ooh, if you'll be mine. Then ooh, we will climb.
Jake was often fun, often unpredictable, but as many know, unfortunately, at times unreliable. We fast forward and we go to MD Jake. Say MD because it took about 7 years to get there. And that's modern day Jake.
Living my best life. Living my best life.
In 2017, I got sober and Finally started putting my life in a direction that like had some meaning, and you know, I had goals and things, and I knew I wanted a partner, and I knew you were very pretty and very cool and outgoing, and felt like we could maybe match up. Because of sobriety and Zach Mescal, I don't know if I'm here today, or much less at this wedding. So that's yours.
I'm alive.
Denver is one of my favorite places, and you said we should meet up there someday, and I was like, oh yeah.
I'm living my best life. I wake up with the sunrise.
I thought, man, there were so many memories of BSJ, and I was scrolling through my phone. It was pretty exciting for me to see that all of our best memories are MD Jake, brother.
The first time Lauren called me and told me about her old-time friend Jake, she was smiling ear to ear.
I'm living my best life.
All of a sudden I kept hearing this, Lauren said this, Lauren said that. I talked with Lauren. I think Jake may be making this Lauren up. He said, no, look, here's a picture of her. You can get on the internet and find pictures of all kind of people.
And so I posted on Instagram, I was like, hey, I've got a free airline ticket, where am I going? And I did that for you, and to see if you would bait, to see if you'd take the bait, and you
Sucker.
did.
Yeah. Everyone else suggested like Mexico, Hawaii, like reasonable places.
You should go somewhere. No,
Yeah.
I was trying to go to Middle America to
So
see this blonde girl.
I was like Gaylord Memorial Stadium, and you were like, cool, which game?
One of the many things I love about Lauren is she is game for absolutely everything.
Oh no, like I was not serious, foot in mouth. 3 days later, you booked your airline ticket. Called my bluff. What if he's weird?
Spoiler.
I knew he wasn't a
Spoiler.
I knew he was, or both
Weird dude.
I knew he wasn't a serial killer, or so I thought. I told my dad that my friend from the LPA was coming into town for a work trip because I wasn't willing to tell
Work on
anyone
you, girl.
what was actually happening.
When she first told me about this Jake guy halfway across the country, I stalked every Facebook post, every smile, every word.
I'm as light as can be. I'm as fresh as a breeze. Right where I wanna be. So if you need to find me, I'll be living my best life. Waking
What's going
up
on
with
over
the
there?
sunrise.
And I walked up, and that's Miss Lauren, right in the middle of everybody, and she's just holding court. Talking. Jake started to step in and contribute to the story. Lauren said, shh. I'm telling this story. Oh, he is in trouble. The king has met his queen.
I've been living my best life. Living my best life.
We were exactly where we were supposed to be when we were supposed to be there. Imperfect, yet perfect timing.
Hey, sweetie.
Can you look it up?
You look beautiful.
Pinch your ears, you don't cry.
I'm not.
That's a trick.
Oh,
Okay.
is it? Has it worked so far?
I don't know, I haven't tried it yet. I'm an asshole, I'm sorry. Pinch your ears. I love you. The first time we actually talked on the phone is when you called me to tell me your flight was canceled.
So I called up Lauren and I was like, these are the options. I wouldn't make it by the time for kickoff, and then I leave Sunday. This just seems like it's not happening.
He was over-talking, over-explaining, like making sure I knew he wasn't standing me up.
I spent that weekend watching football with my whole family at my Uncle Steven's. My mom was there, so a lot of things happened that weekend. Fast forward that Tuesday, we got word my mom had passed. That weekend, if I was with Lauren, then I wouldn't have seen her again.
It was somebody that I cared about and was excited to get to know more, and like the worst thing imaginable had just happened. And so I wanted to do something without being intrusive. The Ted Lasso coffee mug that has the Believe thing on it, and it said, when thoughts and prayers aren't enough, there's coffee and Ted Lasso. Believe there are brighter days ahead.
And in my mind, it was like that was the day I knew that we would end up at a wedding somewhere.
She knew that he was coming on the trip to see me. She tried to help him rebook his flight. She was a travel agent. She knew, and it was, in hindsight, kind of a passing of the torch.
The third Jake is LJ, and that's Lauren's Jake. Jake that we're all gonna come to love the most.
And I couldn't have picked someone more well-suited for Lauren. They complement each other so well.
As you know, back when we were long-distance dating, we would end our trips by saying, see you somewhere. Today, I look forward to seeing you somewhere, being the best wife, friend, and partner I could have ever asked for. I promise you'll see me somewhere, doing everything I can to make our story an adventure of a lifetime. Since birth, I've had a strong, loving, caring, and often stubborn woman in my corner cheering me on. My mom and I pretty well grew up together. My mom was 21 when she had me, and so we were kids growing up together. And today, I'm so blessed to be given another woman in that mold. I love you so much, and I look forward to all of the days of our lives together. Until I see you somewhere again.
With the power vested in me by Jake and Lauren, it is my honor and delight to now pronounce you husband and wife. Jake, you may kiss the bride. Family and friends, please help me in celebrating for the first time ever, Lauren and Jake Brassfield.
Every time I see Jake or talk with him on the phone or even text messages, it always starts and ends with suck it. I never did get that kiss.
And even though your last name is changing, I will always choose you as my twin.
I've been praying this prayer for a long, long time.
We both joke we're ready for life to be boring, when in reality, life with you could never be boring. You are my biggest cheerleader. You are my rock and a shoulder to cry on. You've been my steady when the rest of the world is not. Your support through the hard times is unparalleled.
My prayers were that Lauren would find someone special to spend her life with. Because I'm a little bit biased, but I wanted her to find someone who had an impact, a positive impact on everybody they touched. And I believe she did that. Thank you. Don't let me down now.
I'm just a sucker for a happy ending. I'm just a sucker for a happy ending.
The Jake that you know now is a Jake that is reliable, a Jake that is loving, a Jake that is dependable, and a Jake that is more fun than ever. And while we didn't know that was possible, man, you're here.